experience, of course, playing against that. But up next,
talking about enjoyable experience, we got some. This is a very interesting matchup. Zelda versus Pikachu is. It's weird because Zelda can actually stave off a bit of the pressure that Pikachu can give out from how well he can approach. Given how well Zelda can move around and put out Phantom and then occupy space with aerials.
Yes, Zelda definitely a character that definitely got upgraded from the last game, and a lot of people had a lot of hype built up around her, but we don't see a lot of her in the current meta. That doesn't mean she's necessarily bad, but wow, okay, Moosh. I mean, like, the way Moosh opened that up, he started off with just a parry punch, and that slash hit?
Yeah.
Wow.
Phantom Sword is really large. And this is what I was kind of alluding to. If you place yourself properly alongside the Phantom, you control a disgusting amount of space. So even though Zelda isn't that popular, she doesn't stand that strong in the current meta. She still has really solid tools. And there are matchups here and there where she really gets to exploit those positive features of her. I feel like Pikachu is one of those kind of characters because he's on the lighter end of things. He's much more combo heavy, but that's all reliant on how well he can approach. And given that Zelda can like block out a lot of those better options, a lot of those jump-ins, a lot of moves that just sort of contests for stage control, Pikachu finds himself in a really odd situation where all of that nimble speed is worth nothing.
You gotta watch out for the up B out of shield. Very, very strong tool for Zelda. And yeah, Zelda just one of those characters, almost like a, I like how they made her a lot more setup based, or they made her setup game a lot stronger in this game. The Phantom is a very, very good move, and you do need time to set it up. Usually you want to get the full charge on the Phantom to be fully effective, and she does have other range moves like dim fires, but even like the neutral B is such a great landing tool or a defensive mix-up when someone's like overwhelming you, because it hits on both sides. It does reflect as well. Oh, but the spaced forward smash is going to do it out here for Pooh, and yeah, I mean, For Pikachu's forward smash, you want to hit it on the tipper end. Just that is a strong hitbox.
Especially in a matchup where Pikachu wants to try and take advantage of any move he has that's going to be able to reach far and threaten space. Because the fact that Pikachu's got to move in so close to Zelda threatens a lot of space to just be blown up from neutral air or Neighbor's Love.
Right, and we see right there that the Phantom actually gets destroyed if Zelda gets hit, which is why we harp so much on why it's a setup move. You need to have control over the map. You can't be like just someone's right next to you and pressuring you and just set up the Phantom, because they're not going to let you do that. They're going to try and hit you. They're going to try and take it down. And covering multiple options with the Phantom, the up smash with the charge almost takes out Pooh's Pikachu, man, and like that just shows how light Pikachu is.
Yeah, if not for really good DI on Pooh's hip, he would have actually been toasted by that up smash.
Oh man, and this time going for the dash back forward smash, not going for the up smash. Here's the Dim's Fire, not going to hit his mark, but another Phantom set up here and just waiting.
I like that. There's so much time on the clock, and Moosh has such a respectable lead that he's able to just sort of bleed out Pooh, see what options he's going to go for when he's put into certain situations. That kind of data that you can pick up for the rest of the set is so important, especially against a character like Pikachu, where if he does get a little bit of momentum, he rolls it so hard. His snowballing game is so strong.
Okay, but Pooh bringing it back to last stock, but he's bleeding. He's at 122%, but the very last hit of up smash, the one that matters, is going to bring it home for Zelda.
It was such a, looks like we're going to get a replay of some of this ledge play from Moosh. And like, you see how often, even though Pikachu can move so quickly, it just doesn't matter because of all of the space that Moosh is able to occupy with the Phantom and then proper positioning with himself. We saw a lot of forward smash in that game one. Yeah. And I feel like it's, in this particular matchup, such a blessing to Zelda because it reaches a little bit lower than it looks, and it lingers just a little bit. So you have that time to occupy space where Phantom isn't with a hitbox.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just such a good setup game because the Phantom coming in with the slash too, we saw how big that hitbox is as well. So we see Moosh setting that up and either reacting or covering multiple options, especially on the ledge. And that's why the Phantom can be really, really strong on the ledge, particularly because you already want neutral and you're, ooh, the T-Drone actually knocked him out of the Phantom.
All right, that was either really good timing on the T-Drone or just really good aim. Nonetheless, Pooh making quite a statement starting out game one this strong as far as the damage is concerned, and being as we're on Final Destination for the start. Oh, this would be a really interesting stage.
Yeah, and I like how Pooh's being a little bit more aggressive off stage, not being like, hey, Moosh, you can't set up these Phantoms for free when I hit you off stage. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to start aggressing on you so you don't get all these free setups on the Phantoms, and that's a really big deal. Oh, man, look at the slash on that. So good.
Yeah,
wow, he's still out there. Again,
see,
yeah.
This is why I find this to be such an interesting stage pick, because even though, and you brought up a really good point with how there's not as much space for Moosh to set up Phantom, there's also not as much space for Pooh to run around, and there's no platforms to supplement any of his movement options. He's forced to the ledge, and we've seen time and time again that Moosh has no trouble with controlling the ledge.
Oh yeah, Moosh has definitely shown very expert ledge trapping, especially with the Phantom setups, especially just like knowing when to react, knowing when to cover multiple options. And even right now, Pooh's getting like some of these trades, but with a lot of Pikachus, oh no, and an unfortunate SD at 9% as well. This is not looking good for our Pika buddy Pooh.
Especially like Pooh is starting to really get a handle of how Moosh was responding to the ledge pressure. And especially at 150 and counting, that's going to absolutely take a stop.
And I like how Pooh is not phased from the SD. He knows what he has to do when he knows he has to get these edge guards, and he definitely to come back in a game like this, you have to be willing to make big plays. Even if you're maybe not as comfortable, you have to be able to do it. Oh, no jab block, but he gets the dash tag for damage nonetheless.
Yeah, Pooh is very much still in it, especially considering that on his last stock, he's still fairly healthy. Yes, Pikachu is light, but the fact that he doesn't have that much percentage on him, if he's willing to go for those bold plays like you mentioned, he can still make a lot of momentum in this game. Take note of Moosh he's barely landed. He can hardly grab the ledge without taking damage, and every time Moosh does get his feet back on the ground, Pooh is there ready and waiting.
Oh, but the up B out of shield, Zelda, wow, almost taking Pikachu right off the top there. Oh man, the forward smash almost connects, but this up B off the top will do it. Zelda looking good in the freeze frame as well. And yeah, that's going to be Moosh 2-0 over Pooh.